like I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, this Sedona vortex is an energy field being emitted from this canyon in the middle of Arizona, and it is actually due to the accumulation of these crystals known as quartz crystals. The quartz crystals, these quartz crystals are emitting a magnetic frequency, okay, an electromagnetic frequency that is intermingling with the aura field, okay, of the humans that come in and out of that area. Okay, so once again, this Sedona vortex anomaly is coming from the accumulation of rose quartz, no, not rose quartz, just the simple quartz crystals, okay, inside of those canyons. And that electromagnetic charge is what is impacting the aura field and the aura charge of people that, come near that canyon. Okay, for instance, okay, let's look at what happened with the rapper DMX. Okay, DMX decided to turn his life around to the creator. Where did he go? Where did DMX go? Ladies and gentlemen, DMX took a trip to Arizona. Okay, and he stayed there for quite some time. And if you look at his current state, spiritually and mentally, looks like he's doing great for himself. Looks like he is literally at peace with himself. Okay, it doesn't look like he's on drugs anymore. It doesn't look like he's involved with the street lifestyle anymore. DMX is taking care of himself now. Okay, his spiritual awakening started in Arizona, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys listen to this quick video, okay, of this individual explaining in full detail how the quartz crystals are impacting the aura field around Sedona, Arizona.
Hello, this is Yogi Blair with Vortex Yoga Hiking in Sedona. Among many other fun and compelling tours and adventures and experiences, such as Encode Your Own Crystal on the Red Rocks and the Walking Chocolate Meditation, bringing you some info today on what creates the vortex phenomena in Sedona. And basically there's two major contributing factors, and one is this. This quartz crystal actually creates the vortex in Sedona. Well, not this quartz crystal, but let's say that there is a layer of quartzite underneath Sedona, and then underneath that layer of quartzite is a massive, if not the largest quartz crystal bed on the planet.
Wow.
One of the largest quartz crystal beds on the planet is under Sedona, under the quartzite. So first you have a layer of quartzite, then under that, average of about 300 feet, you have an enormous layer bed of quartz crystal. So as you know, quartz crystal is an amazing conductor, transmitter, amplifier, catalyst, and among other things. And it could be considered as a positive charge, such as projecting, masculine, if you will. And then on top of all this quartz crystal, you put all the red rocks. So now you have the red rock which has the iron in it, which can be magnetic. So basically you have a negative charge within that. So now you have this negative charge and the quartz crystal, the positive charge, the iron on top of the quartz, these two massive amounts of compounds and elements on top of each other, just pushing, pulling, sucking, creating these torsion fields, which is giving you a rather unique effect. So now we could say the other contributing factor, which we could also say in our modern technology, NASA was the first to discover. And what they discovered, I think it's 6 or 8 of them on the planet, 2 of them in Sedona. And what they found is that what they found is the Earth's magnetic field has these breaks and holes distortions in it, which is kind of wild. Like, whoa, you guys got a hole in your magnetic field over there? Hold on to your hats. Literally. So, yeah, it's quite an unusual phenomena. That basically means there's these holes in the Earth's magnetic field, which is basically free range, open, field, whatever, for Earth energy to just escape. Who let the dogs out, right? And as well as ambient ionospheric Earth energy, or ambient ionospheric energy, to be pulled into the Earth, as well as the Earth's magnetic field's own intrinsic energy can kind of disperse and scatter and do whatever it wants. So that is going to create quite an unusual energy. And it's not just in these certain areas, like, oh, there's just this happening over here at Bell Rock, and only over here at Boynton Canyon, Cathedral, and the airport vortex. Yes, there is the energy there for sure, and it is happening there. But yet it is also happening all over. I have an acquaintance scientist friend who created a device which he says, cost him thousands of dollars and years to make, and you can't even get the materials for it anymore and all this stuff. And so what he'll do is he created this piece that's about probably 6 inches in diameter or so, and about maybe 2 or 3 feet, 4 feet long at the most. And he can run a USB cable out of it into his laptop. His laptop has a software program on it that monitors the energy coming in and out of the Earth. So he'll go into scientist geek mode and strap this stuff on, and scientist benevolent, bountiful, bodacious geek mode, that is, and just walk around Sedona randomly on trails, and next thing you know, the meter's going crazy, and it might just be a 10-foot circumference area that's just going bananas. And you'll step out of that and back to normal. And you'll walk over down another trail, and all of a sudden, maybe you've got a 5-foot diameter area that's going bananas, and then step out and back to normal.
All right, we're gonna stop him right there. Okay, so he explained in full detail how the quartz crystals were up against the iron deposits, okay, below the canyon, and that energy was being emitted, okay, outside of this Sedona Canyon right here, and that is impacting the aura field of the actual people that go in and out of Sedona. Okay, so this is not a game, people. This stuff is really mind-blowing information, and this is what happened to me. Ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what happened to me. The whole time that I spent in Arizona from August of 2011 to May of 2012, this is what happened to me. And okay, the quartz crystals were responsible for giving my aura a way more of a magnetic charge, okay, to allow me to find what my mind and my soul desired, which was spiritual knowledge, and to uncover what this government is hiding from us. Okay, and that is what the Creator sent me. If you study quartz crystals, okay, what you do is you speak your full intent into the crystal, and the crystal is connected to the universe, which knows your true intentions. So there, ladies and gentlemen, there's no cheating the universe. So right when you speak your intention into the crystal is gonna know whether you want your desire to be fulfilled for a selfish purpose and selfish gain, or you really want to change yourself and to better your situation and the people around you. Okay, so I'm guessing that the quartz crystal realized my true intent. Okay, and my desires were activated. the information that I was seeking, I'm dead serious, people, was just coming to me. I was walking into individuals' pathways that, were on the same path as me and that were giving me information that I was craving at the time. Okay? I found out about the whole Serapis story early 2013. I found out about the whole agenda as far as, our government with the underground military bases and our government wanting to reduce its population on a global level. I found out about that whole agenda, okay, late 2011 going into 2012. I also found out about what was going on in the music industry in that same time frame, okay? And that is the same time frame, especially in May of 2012, when I was introduced to master teachers, okay, the teachings of master teachers, master philosophers, okay? This was all by divine intervention and divine order that this happened to me, okay? So, yep, this video is going to be really short, and I'm going to add on to this a little bit just to make it clear. A vortex field is created when a electric field is meeting up with a magnetic field. When a very strong electric field meets up with a magnetic field, it creates the electromagnetic field, which causes a spiral vortex, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Nikola Tesla knew firsthand about this information and how this science really worked. Okay, so like I said, when you look up vortexes, vortex energy fields start with a powerful electric field hitting a powerful magnetic field, which causes the electromagnetic spiral vortex, which allows certain spirits and certain gateways to be opened, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? I know there's a lot of sightings with UFOs in the sky that are coming out of vortexes. And that's what it is, people. It's the electric field hitting the magnetic field, causing the vortex. It's, ladies and gentlemen, it's the same thing as hot air meeting cold air. And when hot air meets cold air, what happens? You get the vortex, you get the tornado, you get the hurricane, you get the vortex field, ladies and gentlemen. So when this happens with magnetic and electric energy, it's a gateway to a different dimension, literally. Okay? So, that's what that is all about. And that is what happened to me in Arizona. It's funny because I actually played football for Mesa, Arizona, community college. And the football coach ended up embezzling my scholarship funds along with the rest of the people that I was playing football with. And it just so happened that that individual actually owned banks in and outside of the country. Okay, very mind-blowing information. And when that happened, I entered a state of financial crisis. I basically hit rock bottom, and I was actually going to move a certain amount of marijuana across the Arizona border into Mexico. Now, while this was happening to me, I was thinking that it was all going to be, fine and dandy. And it ended up, me and my friends actually getting robbed instead of, the deal playing out the way it was planned. Okay. So when this happened, I was grateful. I still had my life. At that point, I had no other way of getting out of the financial rut that I was in, that I got myself into. Okay. So I had a coach that embezzled scholarship money for me and other athletes. Then, when I went to my last resort, of making a transaction, an illegal transaction across the border. That went haywire, and I was glad, I was happy, and I showed my content to the Creator that I was happy I still had my life. And at that point, when I hit rock bottom, I was fully convinced and, fully motivated to change my life for the better. Okay, because I realized my whole lifestyle that I got into, that was my fault. And it was a huge learning experience for me. And I vowed to myself and to the Creator that I was never going to be put in that situation as long as I was still alive. Okay, and at that moment, I told the Creator, I asked the Creator, I want to acquire knowledge, and I want to acquire this spiritual awakening, and I'm never turning back. And when this happened to me in May of 2012, that is when it all turned around for the positive for me. It all turned around, okay? This is where it started. This is what happened to me. And it came from that electromagnetic grid in Arizona known as, the Sedona Vortex. Okay, that's really all I had to say on this topic. I appreciate everybody who supported RFG movement and Atlantean movement. My next videos are going to be pertaining to these monster sightings. People, they're reporting seeing monsters in certain locations across this nation, very secluded locations at that. Okay, so I appreciate everybody who supports RFG movement and Atlantean movement. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. It's the chosen one, man. I'm out.